Hey everybody, and welcome back to the P&B. It's now been a bit over a year since the route was released, and from what I've seen, it seems like you guys have been really enjoying it. I did take a bit of a break after its release, but I think it's about time to get back to work. Just the same way as a model railroad is never really complete, there's still a lot of work that I'd like to do on the P&B. So with that said, I want to take this video to cover some of the upgrades and expansions I have in mind for version 3 of the route. One of my ongoing goals is to upgrade the route to take advantage of HD terrain. If you've downloaded my Cross Harbor route, you'll have seen some of the cool stuff that can be done with HD texturing, so I plan to apply those techniques to the P&B as well. As many of you have noticed, the route uses both traditional and PBR textures, but the use of PBR wasn't necessarily intentional at the time. Luckily for me, 44 Willys has already converted everything to PBR, so I've got a bit of a head start there. Converting the route to HD will also require the textures to be reduced to 16 per baseboard, which isn't a big deal, it's just a little time consuming. But there is a new tool coming to Trainz Plus very soon that will make that process a little bit easier. For the most part, this route is pretty old, and despite my best efforts to keep it up to date, some things simply fell through the cracks or required more work than I was really willing to put in at the time. For example, Vonnie and Old Town are some of the oldest areas on the route. I began building those over a decade ago, and while they don't look that bad, my building skills have certainly improved quite a bit since then, and these locations could use a bit of polishing. Additionally, with speed trees set to be phased out in the near future, I'd like to get ahead of that before the full switch to plant factory trees occurs. I also plan on replacing all of the spline grasses with clutter layers. Some scenery elements and overall scenes are a bit out of date at this point and can't easily be helped by swapping out old assets, and as such they require a full rebuild. Locations like the city of Allegheny and the steel mill will mostly be fully rebuilt. The steel mill in particular is going to receive a full overhaul using JMR's steel mill assets, and because of the sheer scale of them, the mill will be relocated a bit further outside of town. There's also several areas around Allegheny that I never quite finished. PBS Coal up at Mill Creek will also receive a rebuild because I have no idea what I was thinking when I designed this place. It looks really cool, but is in no way prototypically designed. I'll have to see what I can salvage. I also plan to add additional baseboards in areas where the track is within one board or less of the edge, like around the town of Vonnie. As far as expansion is concerned, a lot is yet to be determined, but we've discussed extending the line beyond Iron City on the Vonnie branch, extending the line beyond Mill Creek, possibly extending the line beyond Curry Mills on the Paint Creek branch, and extending the main line beyond Junietta, perhaps to another port. I've also discussed rebuilding most of Allegheny yards, so that'll be another large, long-term project. Of course, everyone wants sessions for the route, so another ongoing project for me is to make that happen. Unfortunately, it requires me to do a lot of reskinning, which I absolutely hate, so that's taking a bit longer than it probably could. But I'm hoping to have a few sessions ready to release by the end of the year. And of course, I plan to bring you guys along for as much of this process as I think will make good video content. Some of these updates have already been started, so you can expect to begin seeing P&B videos on the channel again very soon. Let me know with a comment down below if you're ready for some more P&B. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.